625. Okay.
Alright. With that, we are once again live. Welcome to another stream of Buddah and Zionics playing games poorly.
We might want to say doing math poorly on this one.
We're doing that as well. Both of us are trying to automate all sorts of shit. Buddha's working on the tower. I'm working on heavy modular frames. I mean, at the moment I'm working on encased industrial beam.
So I need 250.
As indicated by the sign.
No, math wronged again. So I need 2 to make 1, so that means I need 1,000.
This is concrete. Guess I'm getting 60 concrete out of this.
400, so... We are going back to the ancient art of using signs. Because I'm sick of doing this. I think it's the 3rd time. I'm like, I just need... How much again? So...
Yeah, we are unfortunately not playing this game frequently enough to remember exactly what we were doing.
Select icon. $1,000 mod control for assembly. Definitely not spelling properly either.
I guess I got steel pipe coming somewhere.
Now it's adaptive control, not modular. Adaptive control for assembly. And to do that, I just started making a shit ton of these because I couldn't math that properly either. That's right, I was stealing heavy modular frames.
What are you doing with my heavy modular frames?
I'm making adaptive control units, of which I need 1,000. So I need 1,000 heavy modular frames. Just means I need 550 more. And it's always the goddamn screws.
Yeah, screws are always a bitch.
You know, I think I might take a serious look at some of those different recipes where it's like, hey, get 1,000 screws for steel ingot. Sure. Speak of the devil, might as well give him a look-see. Oh, devil. Oh. Or, hear me out.
Efficiency is how the devil gets inside you. You know that, right?
Oh, I'm a fucking moron and a half. Fuck screws. I like that.
Hey, Moki, what's going on, man? How you been?
You're a Muppet. It's been a second. How's it going?
You ready for Monster Hunter Wilds next month?
Yeah, right there. Ah, it's a steel beam, though. Doing all right, all things considered.
I have no complaints at the moment. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of Helldivers lately, so that's been a lot of fun. Though Buddha's been having less fun.
Eh.
Yeah, so it's the last day in February, if I remember correctly.
It's not the last day, but it's like the last week. It's like February 24th or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, no, definitely gonna be playing that when it comes out.
So what we do, go to select recipe. We got the alternate.
How about you, man? How you been? Getting enough hype out of this? February 28th. Last day of February.
Ah, fuck you both. Could have sworn it was like the 24th, so last week. Oh, I'm wrong.
I mean, it is the last week. You are technically correct in that regard, so. Alright, so. Let's see.
Go get me some more modular frames. You know, sometimes being technically correct is the better correct.
Alright, so I need more pipe and more concrete.
I couldn't tell you, concrete should be easy.
Steel pipe. I need more steel pipe and more concrete. Yeah, no, that's fine. Not every game is going to appeal to everyone. Like,
Join when you can.
you're always welcome, man.
Okay, so in case beams are over there, steel pipes are over there.
So I'm putting the
And
pipe
I need
here.
more concrete.
Where am I doing concrete? But yeah, no, it'd be great to play with you again when Wilds comes out, if you want to. Yeah, I could see that argument. It can get... I mean, it is very rinse and repeaty. Absolutely. It speaks to me, though, so I really enjoy it. But it
For
just
me,
kind of
the thing-
indulges me.
For me, the thing I run into is all games are repetitive. It's just, I think I've hit the full loop on Helldivers. Still a good game, especially if you have a good group of people to play with, but overall, it's like, yeah. If I were to stop tomorrow, I can't say I would be sad. I got concrete closer than this. But that's one of those things when you play games like that, you either get enough out of the loop or you've hit the major points, because right now the only thing left to do is unlock new equipment, and some of it's cool, but for the most part I could live without it too.
Especially if you stop playing.
Especially.
It's like a cheat code to not give a fuck about the new war bonds coming out.
I mean, to be fair, I think this most recent war bond is the first time I'm like, ooh, I actually care, kind of.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I could see, you know, it's valid to see the game as boring. I think that's 100% valid. Because it's not a particularly complicated loop.
Nope. And right now they're running into the same issue as, well, at least Diablo 3. I haven't touched Diablo 4 in forever, so I wouldn't know. Where it's like, okay, how do we... The way we get people to stay interested is by making it harder, so how do we make the game harder?
Well, and they did that with an update back in summer when we joined.
Yeah. Got me beat.
Yeah, it took us a while to get to level 8.
There it is. I forget, I want programmable or smart splitters for...
Smart. You don't need programmable for just dumping excess.
Overflow. How is our sync doing?
No idea.
Well, back up to 3 tickets, even though we already have like 75. Guess I could start turning animal bids into alien DNA and we could work up points that way, but still using those for health.
So anything coming out soon, Moki, that's got your eye? Yeah, 7 was our comfy spot for a long time. Like, 6 was too easy, 8 was too sweaty. So 7 just kind of became our comfy spot. And then we all pushed to level 10 a couple months ago.
Was it 10 or... Oh, yeah. Gonna say, last night, had a join with 2 guys. They're like, oh, we just do super hell dive. Fuck, let's go for super hell dive then. And we did actually pretty good.
Yeah, we did really good. But to be fair, it was the new Illuminate enemy that just came out. We'd been doing super hell dive for Terminid and bots for a while.
More bots than Terminated, but
Yeah.
Iskander has an issue with the Zerg.
Yeah, he really does.
So I need more circuit boards.
45 concrete a minute. How much concrete do I need for this bitch? So 20.6, so yeah, we were playing around with V-Rising back when it was in beta. Fortunately, we never went back to it.
I think the reason for that though is more we were just kind of at the tail end of I'm forgetting the word. Essentially the game we're playing right now. Survival crafting.
Oh, yeah, because we were doing a lot of survival crafting.
Yeah,
Like, I think we were doing Grounded when V-Rising caught our attention.
Yeah. And we didn't finish off Grounded, and then prior to Grounded, were we still doing Factorio? I want to say we're doing something else.
Yeah, we kind of swore off survival crafting for a while. Like, because then we went into Diablo and I think Remnant.
Yeah. And too bad for Diablo 4.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Grounded was probably a fine game. It just came too late. Um, Howdy.
Hey,
Hey, what's going on, Necron?
well, let's just say when after a lot of trial and error, yet again, I found out that I can just add some passive abilities to my undead units in Total Warhammer 3, basically giving them more power than they
How do you
already
forget
have.
about passives, man?
What I mean, it's like there are some passives that are unique to other units and other lords, right? So
Mm,
I thought, you know, what if I can copy it and put it into my units as well? So I did, and I was like, it worked. I'm like, holy shit, I made them more powerful.
good times. Whee.
So, what are you up to on this fine Friday?
That's what I'm doing. Like, well, I did practice driving. I did some exercise. Spent time
Practice
with the
driving.
family, and did this one. Discovering, oh, I can transfer some passive attributes that is unique to other factions to my undead units.
Oh,
And
I
that's
didn't
what I
have to go
did.
this far.
I'm like, damn, I can make them even more powerful now.
So, you mentioned something that kind of sticks out to me. Practice driving? You don't have a driver's license?
Not yet. It's just that I have. I think 3 months ago, I passed the theoretical driving exam, and I was told that I have to wait for 9 months before I can officially take the driving test. And when I pass that driving test, I'll get a license.
9 months? Is that some crazy Canadian law? Or
It's a way of telling like you have to practice with the. I have a license, but it's a
Learner's
learner's
permit.
license.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a learner's license. It's technically it's a driver's license, but it's more like you're not officially a driver yet. You need to be with someone who is an official driver, which is my dad. So
Huh.
if I'm gonna drive, I have to be with him. So at the same time, he's teaching me, okay, this is how you drive this, and that.
That's some paranoid shit.
Because the driving test here is no joke. We say, oh, it's easy. No, no, they're gonna be very strict about it, and sometimes you'll figure out that, oh, I failed. Oh, you just have to take the test again.
After another 9 months.
No, after 9 months, then I can take the official test over and over and over until I pass. It's just that they suggested. It's like my dad told me, like during the 9 months, he's gonna teach me how to drive, and he's gonna hire an instructor to teach me how to drive, so that by the time the test comes, I can pass it in one take.
Huh.
okay.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah, I mean, that's interesting. Like, forcing a 9-month waiting period once you get your learner's permit.
I was gonna
Is it-
say, because I got a learner's permit, but then I was kind of free to drive for 6 months, obvious. But they have rules where you're not supposed to drive with any passengers outside of adults and family members. Almost nobody follows that rule, but that's kind of supposed to be the rule.
Yeah, like you had to have, if you drove with anyone else in the car, they had to be a licensed person.
Yeah.
God, it's been too long. I don't remember the rules super well.
Well, it depends on what state you're at, because not every place requires you to take a driving class. I had to take a driving class. Then where I was at was Washington State. You're required to do 6 months of driving with a learner's permit. They want you to collect a couple thousand couple thousand miles worth of driving experience. You don't have to prove it. You just kind of have to say, I did it. And then after that, it's after 6 months you go in and they'll switch your learner's permit for an official driver's license. I remember I clocked in my 1,000 miles or a couple thousand miles pretty early. So I was like, hey, I already did this. Can I get my driver's license now? And they're like, nope, still got to wait the full 6 months.
Yeah, so where I lived at the time, it was they had the classes that you would take. They hosted them in the high school, and it was reasonable to get your license by the end of the semester. So it was like 4 months, I think, from bang to bullets on getting your license. I want to say.
Okay, I see.
But yeah, no, it's just didn't know how they did it in Canada. So when you said you had to wait 9 months, it was it caught my attention.
Well, the thing
It
that's
started
getting my attention is
last year, 2 to 3 months ago. So I'm now in the 3rd month today. Well, it's fine. Gives
don't
me
you
time
already
to
have like a
practice.
full-blown job, dude?
What?
Don't you already have a legitimate job? Like, I thought you know.
Yeah, I mean, after when we go home, my dad is like, okay, like 2 to 3 minutes drive away from home. We're gonna park on a certain spot, put on hazard mode, and then okay, let's switch, and then okay, you're gonna drive going home. Like, okay,
What do you have to do in Germany, Moki?
it's like when it's like 2 to 3 minutes drive away from home, me and my dad switch, and I'm like, okay, I'll be the driver now. Then I practice, look on all mirrors, and then doing shoulder checking, signal, turn.
Yeah, that blows my mind. Like within, I don't know, a month of getting my permit, I was already driving. Like, so I was visiting family like 3 states away. So I was did a 10-hour driving trip within like a month of me getting my driver's my learner's permit. So yeah, I was on the freeway zipping past 18-wheelers, getting passed by other people. Like,
I just remember that like you were supposed to get something. I at the time I thought it was stupid. Like you had to like drive for 40 hours with an adult or whatever. I drove for like 6 hours with my mom, and she just signed off the paper. Like, wow, 9 months. They play it fast and loose in the States, man. Like, no wonder fucking teenagers cause so many goddamn accidents.
nah, I have to
Yeah,
do
I think
the
that's
research.
I think that's one of the reasons why Canada has to implement that kind of rule, because to prevent such idiocracy.
Problem is, you can't prevent stupid.
At least you
Cannot
can reduce
legislate.
it.
Yeah, you cannot legislate away
prevent
incompetence.
You can't reduce it, but at least you can reduce it.
Yeah.
Lessen it. I mean.
I don't know about
At
that.
least
Well,
God damn it.
you excited at being able to drive though?
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like, oh shit, I'm like, oh shit, right away I forgot oh right, I should check the other car is signaling, oh the other car is doing this, oh the passengers have to do this, oh I need to go to practice a crossing way, I had to look 2 lanes. Then when I'm gonna do a crossing in a 4-way section, I'm like, okay, 1 lane is good, but I have to check the other lane because sometimes some idiots or aggressive people are driving so fast. They're like, this is my right of way. I don't give a shit if someone's gonna come back here. I'm not slowing down.
Glad to know that that's fucking universal.
What's universal?
I remember almost
Selfish
getting in
drivers.
Yep.
I remember one of the first accidents I almost got into was somebody had their right turn blinker on. So I'm like, okay, they're gonna try to cross the way. My dad's like, nope, don't move. What? They're gonna turn? Not by the way they're driving.
Yeah, there are people like that too. When I was driving, I was like, there are a few times my dad was like, "Oh, you've almost hit this guy. Oh, you could have caused an accident. Oh, you did this." I'm like, that happens usually in the three-way and the four-way. That happened before in the three-way section, in the four-way section, one in a two-way street. I think I almost bumped a car too. I'm like, damn, I really need to practice because I just got out of work. But it's a way for me to practice. It's kind of dangerous, but it's not dangerous really. But it's just that I need to learn to focus more because that is teaching me like there will be days like if I officially got a driver's license, I need to know how to handle myself when I'm driving, even tired from work. Because there'll be times where I have no choice, but I have to go home, drive home alone, even no matter how tiring the work can be. So I consider it as a practice, but boy, I was like, thank God there's no accidents.
So, similar
That's
parenting,
ridiculous.
driver's license, 16, drive around a family or friends next to you. If they have a driver's license for at least 5 years, or you do it to 18 and just free to drive, but the theoretical test has 40 questions from 1.6k pool. Every question has points assigned to them. If you fail the question, you get whatever number of points. 10 or more points, you fail. Good hell.
I was gonna say that makes this place sound stupid and reasonable because I remember one of the questions I got wrong was essentially all the turnoffs have exit numbers, obviously, and it's like at what part of the state it does exit 1 exist or something like that. It's like northeast, southeast, northwest. I'm like,
Yeah.
fucking, why would I care?
That's fucking nasty.
Seriously. Come on, I thought you only cared if I could parallel park.
3 years. Oh, wow.
Whoops.
Sorry, you were saying Necron?
No, I was like, yeah, that's the way it is here. But I don't mind. 9 months is enough for me to keep on practicing.
Sorry, I'm still kind of hooked up on what Moki just said. Wow, you fail, you have to wait, or 3 times, you have to wait 3 years.
Don't fuck up. Memorize this box of questions.
I'm shitty with memorization, so that's definitely one area I'd get in trouble.
I'm playing Total Warhammer 3 right now, and one of the enemy armies that I have to defeat, his name is Saved Back Man.
Saved Backman?
As in SA'VED, then Backman.
Oh, got it. I gotcha.
CHMAN. It's like Saved Backman. I'm like, what the? The funny thing is, he's a vampire and his name is Saved Backman.
Yeah, memorizing that many rules would be obnoxious. And there's an element of luck there too, you know. Like, because you could very well know, you know.
No, that's one of those. I was looking into possibly becoming a dispatcher for aircraft. And that was one of those things. I was talking to dispatchers. They're like, yeah, no, they got a 500 question pool that you have to memorize every single answer for, and you have to be able to answer like on the spot 50 questions of the 500 question pool. And I'm like, well, that's not going to happen. There's no way I'm going to remember or memorize the precise answer for 500 different questions. And well, if you want to be able to drive, you just have to memorize 1,600 questions.
Yeah.
Guess I'm not driving in Germany.
Well, the thing is, it's like my license is valid in Germany. Like when I went to Germany last year for that trade show, my license was perfectly valid. I was able to drive in Germany. I don't know the 1.6K fucking questions that they would ask. You know, like that's kind of ridiculous. Where it's like, you know,
Drive on the left, and Autobahn has no speed limit. That's all you need to know, right?
it's a bit more complicated than that. So the thing is like one of the niftier things, if I'm being honest, is they will straight up fine your ass if you are driving slow in the left lane. And it's not even like just the left lane. Like it's if you drive slow in the middle lane and there's someone on your ass, you are supposed to get over. Like it's not even like in America where the left lane is the passing lane. Like every lane to the left of the right lane is a passing lane. So if you are driving slow and someone's on your ass, you are supposed to get the fuck out of the way. And if you don't get the fuck out of the way, you're in the wrong.
You're impeding traffic. Move. Yeah. No, actually, I had a sergeant married to a German chick. They would go back to visit family, and he would borrow his father-in-law's car and drive around. And they have traffic cams, so, you know, speeding, running red lights, stuff like that, take a picture. And he's like, the amount of tickets that my father-in-law gets because of me, but he gets it there and be like, wasn't me, I'm not paying the ticket.
Yeah. I remember that. The speed limit is like the speed minimum.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Germany?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and that's where the state we live in right now, it blew my mind because it was the first time I ever saw a minimum speed limit. Like, okay, speed limit 65, but the slowest you can go is 45. I'm like, fuck that noise. Slowest is get out of the way.
But yeah, no, Germany was a fascinating experience as far as driving was concerned. It took me a minute to get used to what those freeway signs meant, because it's not like just the Autobahn that has no speed limit. Like, it'll be, like, if you, like, there'll be a speed limit when you have, like, an exit coming up, and then the speed limit will persist past the exit, and then, but when you're, like, between the 15, 20 miles between exits, there will be no speed limit. And it's so it's not just the Autobahn that has no speed limit. Like there's lots of little stretches of freeway that are like you can go as fucking fast as you want. And they also have but all of them are digital signs, so you can, like, they can impose a speed limit if they want to. Like, say there's an incident on the road or whatever, they can turn the signs to say, oh, there's a speed limit now. You need to slow down to this because there's a crash ahead, or there is some sort of incident ahead. And they have these signs, these digital signs that are hooked up all along the interstate that can just turn on and off and regulate speed at will. So it's not like fixed speed limit signs. They are, they can regulate speed at will, where they'll be like, no, that this stretch of road now is a speed limit of 45 because of current conditions. And that was one of the kind of cool things about Germany. Yep, yeah, or yeah. Well, they'll do, those signs will tell you when to merge, like, because a lane is closed ahead. Oh. Yeah, I'm stuck falling. Ah. What the fuck was that, game? But yeah, no, the German transit system is actually really cool. The trains go fucking everywhere. Now, granted, I only really spent time in Nuremberg, but those trains went fucking everywhere. Like, I'm not even sure owning a car would be, strictly speaking, necessary.
Interesting.
Well, I did not experience any super late trains, thankfully. The one thing that also
Yeah.
kind of surprised me about it was like the train system is kind of honor system. Like,
Buying tickets and shit.
yeah. You buy tickets, and they will. There are constables that'll occasionally ask to see your ticket.
I thought they were called gendarmes.
I don't know what they're called, but yeah, like there's no turnstiles. There's no. It's an honor system. Like you're expected to buy a ticket before you get on the train. Like there is nothing to stop you from just getting on a train. Outside of the threat of you may be asked for your ticket. I was there for 2 weeks and I never once got asked for my ticket. So I don't know how effective the system is at stopping people just jumping on trains, but it was kind of interesting in that like you had these ticket kiosks that, as far as I could tell, seemed to be optional based on how much risk you were willing to take. But if you got caught, I guess the fine's pretty steep.
Mm.
So, anyways, Germany is a fascinating place, and I get to go back in March, so I'm actually really excited about it.
Woo woo.
Out of Germany.
So need that can get nitrogen gas going.
It's catching like 35% of people without tickets, but it's highly dependent as well on what train. Yeah, I could see that. No, the biggest thing for me was figuring out the train stops, because the names of the train stops was so fucking arbitrary. Like, it wasn't like named after a nearby monument. It was like, you know, this train's called Luftwaffe. Like, why? Like, why is this train station called Luftwaffe? It just fucking is. Who fucking, you know? Shut up,
Accept it.
American. Accept that this is what it's called. Like, and some of the train stops were in English, and other train stops were in German, and it's like, why? Like,
Why do they have a Kennedy station?
yeah. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, normally it should be like reasonable. Like why? Like, right? Why should we name this? Because there has to be like an historical value.
Well, and there were some train stations that were, you know, named intelligently, where it's like there was a convention center train stop, and the train stop was called Convention Center. They repeated in English after saying it in German. But when you're looking at the map, the maps were frequently in German. So, like, I just got used to, and they also would have like they would have the signs that would tell you what station you're coming up on. So, like, if I knew the textual representation of the train stop I was looking for, it wasn't a big deal because, you know, I could just, I recognize that word, like.
Yep.
Let's see. Yeah, once I got it figured out, getting around Germany was actually really easy. Well, getting around Nuremberg was really easy. And well, it was Nuremberg and Frankfurt were the two cities I went to. And once I figured out the public transit, the trains, getting around to where I wanted to go was super easy.
Mm. Yeah, it's,
Anyways,
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, sorry, I've been going on about the German public transit system long enough. We could talk about something else.
Understandable. I'm just editing some mods right now.
How much do you
Yeah.
generally mod up your games, dude?
Yes.
How much?
Yes.
Like a few mods, or yeah, okay.
He said yes, Buddah. What the fuck, man?
No comprende.
To be honest with you, I have like about 150 mods.
Jesus. Let's try to keep my modding.
Luckily, my gaming laptop is handling it very well. I just need to be extra careful about it.
Here comes the pipe. Here comes the pipe.
Interesting song.
Case industrial beams. All right, so these are for a minute. Just have a minute.
Hard drive.
So that's 12 a minute. That's unfortunately not enough.
It can't be up there. It's just up there.
Anyways, yeah, Germany was really cool.
Oh, found the nitrogen gas.
Heil Germany.
Yep.
Alright, so...
Yeah, apparently, Nazi jokes are like super frowned upon in Germany.
Why am I not surprised?
I'm glad you went there to figure that out.
Why am I not surprised?
Well, it's
Of
like
course.
it's like in the States when someone's about to tell a racist joke about black people, like they'll look around.
It doesn't have to
And-
just be black people, but you know.
Yeah, but in Germany, when someone's about to tell a Nazi joke, like they look around, like there's no cops around, right? Like,
That's right, they got speech laws over there.
Of course. Well, to be honest, sometimes getting offended by these types of jokes is understandable, but at the same time, it's in the past now. You've gone past
Yeah.
that.
and you know, liking or hating Hitler, you know, it is. I mean, in America, we have people that still, you know, worship Hitler too. Like that's not unique to Germany. But it's just funny. Like, you know, in America, you could make a Nazi joke, and no one would bat an eye. But in Germany, it's like equivalent to you know saying a racist joke, like where you have to be careful who's around.
Honestly, I just keep thinking back to that Jim Jeffrey stand-up. The World Cup, I think, was happening in Germany. I don't remember, or I don't know when. And he's like, "Yeah, I was taking my dad to go watch football, you know, because hey, I'm rich enough, we could do that. We're on a train with a bunch of soccer hooligans, And next thing I know, or they're all chanting, yelling, singing songs, and my dad just stands there. He's like, they transported the Jews on trains like this. Only way to shut up an entire train filled with soccer fans.
I mean, okay, it's funny, but at the same time, why ruin the mood for them, right?
Hey, sometimes you just have a weird observation that pops in at very inappropriate times. I'm guilty of it, but
Yeah,
I also
always.
generally gotta keep my mouth shut.
Oh, I thought he was being offensive. I thought he's intentionally being offensive.
Oh no, he was just kind of enjoying the day too. Just had a random thought, or at least the way I interpreted how it was presented. He was just had a random thought. He's like, I should share this random thought.
Yeah, I've been witness to Buddah
that's-
sharing his random thoughts on more than one occasion.
No, that's more funny.
Hey, come on. Random is interesting, or at least as far as I'm concerned.
I thought he was intentionally being offensive. No, now it's funny to me.
No, just was random thought at a very inopportune time.
Intrusive thoughts, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Intrusive thoughts are winning.
Well, it's like I've been with Buddah when we've gone to like banks and shit, and he'll look at the bank teller because in the States they'll have this like the bank vault door will be open or whatever,
I'm
and
like Superman. I know what
Buddah
I
will be all
needed.
like, "Holy shit, Ashura Tensi, thank you for the raid, man. Welcome. How you
Oh,
been?"
sure, it's been a second. How's
Yeah.
it going? God, you weren't lying when you said you wanted coal. You want me to hook up the power to this thing?
No, it's.
What did we say?
It's fine. Ashura Tensi. Ashura Tenshi. A friend from back when we were playing Icarus many, many, many moons ago.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine walking down the stream, for streaming, and you're like, "Hey, what we think?" And then an offensive name come up. It's like, "Wait, you're streaming right now, right?"
Yeah, we're streaming right now.
Spider.
So it's like, "Thank you, N-word, hard R," and then people around you, and the black people around you are like, "The fuck is this guy?"
What was this about random?
You chose a really awkward time to join the stream, Ashura.
Seriously.
We've been really good. I hope you've been good too. Sorry I haven't been around in a while. Shit. Don't
Life
have
is
a good
life.
excuse. Yeah.
Fuck, spider.
You haven't been around in a while.
Well, I haven't
Maybe.
been around Ashura's stream in a while. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Anyways.
My life's been good. How about you,
Yeah.
man?
What are you playing lately?
I mean, besides
What-
Warframe, at
Total
least.
Warhammer 3.
Yeah.
Besides Total Warhammer 3.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
Yeah.
No, for me, because
besides,
like talking about like
yeah.
I come up with random, and especially when I go to the bank, like so during COVID, where we all had to wear masks, obviously.
Yeah.
And I remember walking up to the bank teller. I was like, "So, how much do you freak out when you see, everybody's walking in with masks on and stuff like that?" She's like, "I'm used to the mask now, but when they have masks on and they keep their shades on and they keep their hats on, that's when I start getting nervous again." It's like, okay, that makes sense, but yeah. Or my favorite is I used to watch I used to watch some of these videos like World's Stupidest Criminals, stuff like that. And I always think about how there's somebody who goes up to the bank teller, leaves a note that says like, I have a gun, I have a knife, I have a bomb, give me money, stuff
Yep.
like that. And dumbass puts it on the back of a personal check, so they find them very quickly. So I have stuff like that go through my head, guys. Inappropriate thoughts at inappropriate times. Or the other one that I'm really good at keeping my mouth shut on is, when you go to airports and Obviously, there's a whole list of things you're not allowed to talk about on that one.
Yeah, they don't like jokes at the airport.
No, no jokes at the airport. I'm just gonna sit here, drink my water, or wait to get on the airplane.
Speaking of, funnily enough, I think one time I accidentally bring a bottle of water because I was thirsty. I was in the Philippines, like going to I think somewhere to another island destination, Boracay. It's has the one of the widest sands in the world.
Mhm.
So me and my family just go in there, and I was like, I'm thirsty. I bought a bottle of water. Went to the security. They're like, why do you have a bottle of water? I was like, I was thirsty. And my mom told me, it's illegal. You can't have a bottle of water here, but they let us go. But, okay. And then at the airport, my dad was feeling thirsty. I was like, here's a bottle of water. And then they were like, it's a good thing you brought that bottle of water. I'm like, okay. I didn't know it was illegal. I was just thirsty, man. I always bring bottled waters everywhere I go.
I mean, I
You
kind
don't
of the
seem to
same.
understand that water is how the devil gets inside you and how they blow up planes. Yeah,
Don't you know H2O is part of all pesticides, herbicides? Like, H2O is actually one of the most deadliest elements you've ever heard of.
It kills more people than any other compound.
The goddamn dihydrogen monoxide.
Normally it's confiscated, but they let us go. I'm like, okay.
No, that's one of those things I did last time when I was traveling. They don't want you to bring water in, but if you have an empty water bottle, you could totally fill it up when you're on the inside, but outside water is bad water.
Yeah. I'm like, well, I got lucky that time.
No worries.
Quick question for you, Sarah. Have you been able to watch Gundam Wing Iron Blood yet, or is that still on your to-do list?
I haven't planned on any of those yet. I was just
Night,
Good night,
watching the
Ashura.
good-
Thank you for the raid, man. It's good to see you.
Oh, you're talking to the
We're talking to the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I got confused.
Still on the to-do. Still worth it, but yeah, you have yourself a good night.
Oh, how much they rated? A nice one.
Yep, that was a 20-man raid.
You have a good night too. Oh, that's right, Moki. Your time is...
Oh, yeah. He's like 8 hours ahead of us.
But he's like me and Iskander, or he apparently only survives on like 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, how's your health doing anyways? Nah, I guess he's going to bed.
I'm about
I'll
to
see
say,
you later
wait,
on that one.
I'm gonna leave. Wait, tell me about your health history.
What? He had that issue a while back. Okay,
Wait,
that's
tell
good.
me about your medical history. Don't worry, I will not sell it to the black market. I'm not gonna sell it for like $1 million. Come on, please tell me.
Hey, it was a perfectly legitimate question. He had a bit of a health issue a while back, and it was one of those like, hey, is he back to health or is still shitty? Understandable.
Have a nice day.
Sorry about that. Yeah, have a good evening, man.
Like I said, Buddah asked the most inappropriate questions.
At the
Then
inappropriate time.
suddenly he will DM you his entire medical history, his entire medical profile.
You know, if you
That is
ask
what-
nice enough, people will give you a lot of stuff. So, you know.
And then you
So
can sell it to the
Necron.
black market.
What's your home address?
If I tell you my home address, be prepared for an arena battle because I will fight to the death if you ever decided to rob my house.
It's Canada. What do you have? A hockey stick?
Did I mention that I have an actual sword?
I have a sword.
Like an actual steel, not the stainless one. It's like 1060
Yeah, I
carbon
got a
steel.
Damascus cutlass.
Nice. Then I'll fight you with my Nodachi.
You ready for a beer, Buddah?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, pissed off the blacksmith who had the sword too. It's like, you want to buy that? I'm like, yeah, can't afford it. He's like, tell me a price, pansy. I'm like, shit, fine, $300. Leave me alone.
Why so aggressive?
I'm a customer.
so mean. So meanie.
It was a fun time. Okay, so that's set up. So I'm gonna set up a nitrogen well. It's gonna be close to It's gonna be close to where the aluminum is, which is what's required for to store the nitrogen. So we can at least get that set up. It's gonna be close to where your additional coal mine is for what you're working on.
What the fuck are we gonna do with the nitrogen?
I don't know, but I'd rather have it stored up for when it's like, hey, we need 10,000 of these. Sweet, ready. No.
How many viewers are in your stream right now?
9.
9.
You could always join. See the pretty
I mean,
pictures.
I'm technically a viewer right now, right? It's just in Discord.
Yeah, Twitch doesn't count Discord viewers.
I know, I'm just joking.
Okay. I think I was keeping this the power shards here. Put away the animal bits.
Alright, so I got... Hey, Biggie. Scoot! I said scoot!
Come on, Biggie ain't doing nothing. Leave him alone.
It's messing with my aesthetics.
Pressurized well. Oh, cannot make a pressurized well.
What do you need for that?
I can make an extractor though. Heavy modular frames, motor, rubber, and radio control unit, I believe.
I got a bouncy ball. Whee!
What's your name in Twitch again?
Radio control unit. So yeah.
Xionix 84.
XIONIX.
I got it.
It's the same as my
Handle.
yeah, and my Discord, just with 84 at the end.
Yeah, I got it. I got it. Yeah.
Bouncing on the dead body of an alien. Woo!
I thought you were at least having it walk around or something.
Oh no, I killed this thing. Now he's
What a
my
monster.
trampoline.
Okay, so
And I keep getting higher. Like, this could be dangerous if I didn't have a parachute.
radio control unit.
Welcome.
How's it going, ruler? Oh, I can make these. Ooh.
Yeah, no.
10, so 5, so whoop. Pressurizer, so
Funny thing is, like, when I check the Twitch, it's like 5 seconds delay. When I say something right now on
yeah,
Discord,
that's something you
Yeah.
have to get used to, is the delay.
Yeah.
it's kind of funny though.
You're just 5-10 seconds ahead of reality.
Yeah, that's caused some mayhem in the past. Alright, so...
Like, reality can be whatever I want.
yeah.
So slider.
So, 15...
Oh, I can make electro.
Wait.
Oh.
Right, I'm gonna get some water.
Alright.
Motor turbo. So I can start doing some automation for the control rods too. I know that's one of the things that we need for the space elevator.
It's 20 plate. Wait. Is that enough? I need more.
Factory. Oh, that's why I had those on my person.
I don't know if I'm getting... Sure seems like I'm probably assuming... Yeah, whatever. I think I need to probably walk away from this factory. Anyways, I have Heavy Modular Frames automated now.
Sweet. So did you use the one that doesn't require the screws?
I did.
Okay.
So
Smart armor plating, we're good there. Need 625. 200, 300 still on that.
I do.
Need 1000. It'll be great when I can stop faux automating the... Oh, now I'm slow on the adaptive wiring, because that's always the issue. Steal more cable.
I need to mark this thing. Okay, I guess stamps aren't the way to go. Need to.
Oh, that's right, I made a sink. Ugly as all hell, but hey.
New map marker. Heavy modular frame. Icon is box. Marker view distance on compass. Just make it near, I guess. That's what I'm doing near 4. Okay.
And modular frames. I think I've faux automated more than half the modular frames we need, but yeah, we're still gonna need a shit ton more.
Modular frames or heavy modular frames?
Heavy, heavy. Yeah, I've destroyed our stockpile of regular modulars.
Need me to bring home some regular modulars?
Nah, I think we're good for now. There you are. and oscillator.
Alright, what's next on our list of shit that needs to be built?
Fused modular frames.
God damn it.
Fused. And it looks like that requires nitrogen gas. So we need heavy modular, 50 aluminum casing, 25 nitrogen gas to make one modular frame, or fused modular. And we need fused modular frames if we want to make a Mark III drill.
Alright, so...
So, I wanted 5? Fresh. I need 10.
Interested still in the Warhammer lore? Or not? Or you don't want to learn more? It's too overwhelming.
That's a Buddah question?
I was gonna say, dude, like I've said before, from what I understand when it comes to the lore, with how vast it is, like I've watched some people who's like, yeah, no, I try to read as much of this stuff as I can, and they still only know like half the story.
Yeah, because sometimes Games Workshop is increasing it. Sometimes you can just feel like the bullshit plot armor that they are gonna throw at.
Well, the big problem that you're running into right now, especially with the humans, is the fact that it was part of the lore that the, what are they called, the Custodes? We're all, you know, males, and it's like, no, women have been Custodes too, and I know that's led to a bit of an uprising. I know Henry Cavill's a huge fan, and he's supposed to be helping make a Warhammer TV show, so kind of hope that goes well. Like I said, I'm not overly invested in the lore, but at the same time, I want it to do well.
That was a bullshit because it's been well established that there is a female. There's already a quote unquote female version of the custodians, which are called the Sisters of Silence. They are as badass, they are as strong and as confident as the custodians themselves.
No, they're not custodians. They're like the Space Marines or the Inquisitors. I thought Space Marines are
No, I mean
Inquisitors.
the Sisters of Silence. They are at the level of custodians. They are basically their sword can permanently kill a demon. Like when you kill a demon in the Warhammer 40k universe, they just go back to that realm. If you kill a corn demon, they go back to the corn realm. But for the Sisters of Silence, their sword can permanently kill a demon. They are like gone that they never existed before. That's how powerful the Sisters of Silence are. They are in the level of the custodians. That's why they're called Sisters of Silence because they vow to never, ever, 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 ever speak nor make a sound. But they communicate telepathically, like psychically, to each other. They are.
I thought
strong.
stuff like
They are
that was outlawed or in the by humanity.
And the fact that they say, oh, female custodians exist, I'm like, bullshit. No, you've already established the Sisters of Silence as well. They're already our equivalent of a female custodian. And then you're gonna tell us, female custodians exist too. Like, you're fucking up the lore. James Workshop, stop fucking it up. Stop fucking up the lore. Right? You're already protecting your IP, you're protecting your trademark, you're protecting your brand, and now you're just gonna bend because Amazon is richer than you? No.
Essentially, yeah.
You're gonna lose fans more than you're gonna lose fans now.
Dude, just look at what happened with Star Wars. They don't care about fan loss. Well, they care about fan loss eventually.
Oh, Games Workshop is not as okay, Games Workshop is famous, but not as famous as Star Wars. And if
I know, but at the same time, they're the same thing where they're relying on the Uber fandom that already exists. So if they lose out on the Uber fandom, they've lost their entire market.
Yeah, they're gonna lose the Uber fandom soon because of that. That's
Yep.
one small fuck up. They're gonna have a trust issue. I can see that happening.
Okay, so that's going. Don't know what Onyx is building, but it's close and it's massive.
I'm not building anything. I'm just trying to get a feel for what we need next. But I need some.
It's massive. That's it's
Well,
Uber and it's
so-
massive.
Or were you going to use that?
I wasn't. I was just curious why the fuck it was there.
I was using it to make 10 radio control units, so now I should be able to make the pressurized resource well pressurizer. So with that done, we should be able to start working on the nitrogen gas, and the nitrogen gas was required for a few things.
Okay.
Like, I think you need nitrogen gas, not pressurized, for the fused modular frames. Okay, so you're building heavy modular frames over there. We don't exactly have a gun pointing that way, do we?
No, we don't. I can go set up a gun over there.
I mean, we could just use this one.
Well, we can build another gun, yeah, but we need to set up a gun over there.
Yeah,
That's more what I was getting at.
Roger.
Because having a gun to the heavy modular frames, I think, is going to be...
Beneficial.
Yeah. There's enough shit going on over there that it's going to be...
So I could build a gun heading that way right here. Well, not the gun. I'll build the ramp at least, because... I mean, it's kind of facing the right way. No, it's definitely facing the right way.
Well, it's... like, southeast.
Well, if I look... So right now, this direction will be facing directly south. Ooh, I am looking the wrong way.
Yeah. South is not where you want to go.
So then we'd have to build it about here, but that's more east than south. But then again, it'll get us around a lot of the mountainous terrain. So, along that way, and then you can just shoot. Oh! Zonix is doing it on his own! I'm so proud!
Hey, it can't be helped.
I'll leave it to you. I know that's gonna make you feel bad. I'll leave that to you.
It can't be helped. If we need a gun over here.
He did it on his own.
Winning son. Are you winning, son?
So Zonix has an issue with things not being perfectly lined up. So whenever there's crisscross and stuff like that, he gets like physically ill. So the fact that he's doing it on his own is just impressive. I'm basking.
Or you're like having an OCD moment.
Mm-hmm. Heavy OCD moment. Ah, shit. I don't think I came well enough
Wonder what
equipped.
having sex with an OCD person is like. Okay, have sex with me. No, you have to really align your dick like this. No, you really have to align your body like this.
I mean, that'd be a great way to kill the vibe, I guess. I don't know. Did have sex with a chick who did say "Don't look at me," though. I always thought that was made up, but hey, what do you know?
Don't look at me.
Why?
Must be placed on an activated fracking satellite node.
So don't look at me. Okay, then blindfolded sex.
So I need a. Okay. And I forgot my heavy modular frame, so I'm smart. You said you had heavy mods on you, right? Or I told you not to, so you don't.
I do have heavy mods on me.
I need a 25 at least. Please.
I can accommodate that request. Where are you?
Oh, I'm way away. Just store it somewhere. Yeah, I went to go, but apparently you need to build the resource pressurizer first to cause fracking. And then once you cause fracking, then you can do or place the wells.
Alright. 50 heavy modular frames are in the hub box.
Thank you. But yeah, no. Whoa, shit! Bees!
Not the bees!
Please.
Bees! Oh god, the bees! Are you allergic to bees? I don't know. If anyone gets that movie
Find out.
reference. How about you, Zonix? You get the movie reference?
Nope.
Poor Tommy boy.
A long time since Tommy Boy came out, dude. That
I
might
know,
predate
but-
poor Necron here.
Possibly.
What movie is that?
Tommy boy. I wish I could remember the main actor's name because he was hugely famous comedian for like what, from the 80s to the 90s when he died.
Chris Farley or...
Yeah, Chris Farley. It was Chris Farley.
Tommy Boy. This is the first time I've heard that movie.
It is hysterical. I would recommend. I'm trying to think, like, I'm thinking through some of the major jokes. I think it would be more of a timeless classic. Like, the jokes should still be understandable. Of course, then again, most shows not being able to be understood outside of their time is more of a recent issue. Take it. Plenty people go to college for 10 years. Yeah, and they're called doctors. Whoops, see, that's poison. And that's an angry pig. That's an angry spider. Angry pig and spider. Are they fighting each other? Because that would be awesome. They are fighting each other.
That's probably fine.
Thank God I refilled my explosives. But yeah, no, I just keep thinking back to what I was telling like you and Iskander when it comes down to it. Ultimately, the history is passing. If I were to choose a species, it'd probably be the orcs, but I believe is reality. Hell yeah. But lore-wise, No, I just remembered because that was another one of those things as a random I was watching was like the top 10 most broken weapons that exist in Warhammer. And I think I've seen a couple that were like literally species based. Because the Necrons have something that could like literally erase stars from existence from a single point. I think you told me though that it's literally restricted to like one subgroup of Necrons.
Yeah, but it was chosen by the Silent King to be quote unquote the safest weapon that they can have before he destroyed the rest. So you can imagine what other super weapons that have existed during the War in Heaven to consider Celestial Orrery as safe. For them, it's just a map.
Yeah. And then the other one, I think the humans had a weapon that was literally, I forget what it's called, but it was kind of like the quantum parallel killer. So if you got shot with a bullet from this thing, it would kill you. Like it'll literally erase you from time and I think other dimensions too.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I'm more interested in the I'm more interested in the War in Heaven because it was known to be unimaginable. It is all that jazz. It's like there are weapons beyond comprehension. I was like, yeah.
Well,
obviously.
the fact that the Necrons were making weapons out of the bodies of dead gods, I mean, yeah.
Even before the bodies of dead gods, the time before they rebelled the against the star gods were helping them defeat the old ones. So some of the gods are helping them create weapons, super weapons, before they get turned into a weapon. So they really got the upper hand.
What's going on with this big mamma jamma?
What are you looking at?
Apparently, we are not producing enough aluminum scrap.
Fucking aluminum's broken again.
That's what it looks like. I'm trying to see if I can source the problem. We got coal, we got bauxite. Bauxite was coming down here.
Is the water full?
Well, with nothing processing now, it has to be. Right now, it's aluminum scrap. I'm just trying to see where
There's
the
a
aluminum...
water tank. If you dump the water tank, does that fix the problem?
I'm not seeing the tank. Ah, there it is.
Yep.
That's not full.
Go ahead and dump it. Maybe
I hear
that'll
movement.
kickstart it a bit.
Yep, that was the issue. But it wasn't full.
The fuck? Why this army is army's name is Sven? Sven. The Blood Keepers of Khorne, and your name is Sven. Sven.
But Nordic people can be followers of Khorne.
No, I mean
Arn.
just reminded me of a meme.
Spelt with a K. It's an evil god that's all about blood and death and stuff like that, if I remember right.
It's just funny to me because Sven reminds me of a meme, like, I think that was he loved and She Loved, He Lied, and then there's like a called the Seven.
I'm drawing a blank on that one. Zonix is more savvy than I am on memes. So I could build another one, I guess, just to double our fluid before this thing actually becomes an issue. Whee!
Alright. That gets you to the heavy modular frames.
Guess I'll just have to make sure this is on the list of places to go.
But I do need more rotors. Stupid hypertube entrances. Oh, boo. Batteries died in my e-cig.
Double boo.
Boo earns. Boo earns.
Ah, fail. Was running up the stairs, totally missed that there was a fucking hypertube cannon.
Why are there
It's
stairs where there's a
gigantic.
hypertube?
So for those of you who don't know, there's a guy whose channel is Let's Play, and he screws around and he developed this hypertube cannon that thankfully has not been patched out of existence. And it makes
Hypertube.
travel really convenient.
It does take a bit of doing to make it work, though.
But when you can get to work and you have a jetpack and or
Parachute.
parachute, one of which is required, you can then zip through reality, because fuck physics. Whee!
Or blessed be physics.
Yeah, a little column A, little column B. I do not know the math behind hypertubes. I am not a Elon Musk, apparently. And that was another one of the fun updates that they did is now parachutes are
Fuck.
infinite, so you just need one instead of an entire backpack full. Ba-doom-tsh.
Balls.
Alright, so take the full stack. Drop off the dead bits. Don't need to carry around the crystals anymore for now.
I just remembered like before I reset my previous campaign because it got fucked up for some reason. Snuggle Muffins, the necromancer that tanked a lot of armies,
Snuggle
did
muffins,
a
eh?
lot of wins. I feel like if this is gonna be turned into an anime, they'll be like, beware of one of the greatest necromancers that serves Nagash, the god of necromancy, and his name is none other than Snuggle Muffins. Like, what the fuck?
Have you ever read the book? Oh no, that might not be good for you either. I was just thinking about Ready Player One.
Oh, I think I watched that.
The movie sucks.
Yeah, the movie has zero in common with the book.
They had so much potential to have fun with that too, but I'm a purist. I'm always going to be unhappy when it comes to the movies, but that's one of the things they're talking about since everyone lives in a virtual reality and that's what they're known by. Some people try to come up with serious names, some people come up with goofy names. And since the main characters is it still in school, you're referred to by like last name and ID number or some shit like that. Because it's like, imagine the teacher having to say, Cockmaster 47 here. So, yeah, it's just, but yeah, they reference a lot of like TV shows and stuff like that from the 80s. So,
Cockmaster. See Destroyer 69. Here. Cockslobberer. Nice. Cockslobberer 3000. Here.
no, it still makes where just the whole. Like, one of the people I used to watch where they would talk about movies and make fun of them is when you have that chick who's supposed to have a scarred face and they gave her like a light burn on her face. It's like, ah, my eyes, she's so ugly.
Artemis.
Yeah, yeah, it was Artemis, not Arthremis.
Who says R3 miss?
Well, because she spells it partially leet, so the E at the end is a 3. And apparently there's people in the future who still don't understand what leet is, so
Yeah.
when they see the 3, they think they have to pronounce the 3 instead of, oh, it's a replacement for E. No, I'm still pissed off about that final battle, too. Like, I totally wanted to see, like, StarCraft, battle cruisers come breaking through the upper atmosphere and stuff like that. Like, they could have had such great they did have great potential for the final conflict, but they're like, well, we have to stick in our IP, so how can we do this the cheapest? There we
Because the
go.
problem with most movies is like the IP thing. I mean, they can do it. It's just that they have to pay a huge sum of money so that they can just give the fans what they want. But you know, money doesn't grow on trees, or they're not rich enough. So they're like, yeah, they're just not gonna include this anymore. Like,
With how
damn.
much money they throw away with some of their other bullshit, they got plenty of money.
That's the ironic part about it. I'm like, we've already wasted a lot of money on those stupid movies. Why waste this moment? Like, Ready Player One was supposed to be relatable to all generations, and then you fucked it up. Oh, because money. I'm like, bro, you've already wasted money on such shitty movies.
Actually, that's another one that I'm really curious about is the Deadpool movie. Is like, I am curious about the limitations that kicked in due to money and stuff like that. Like, have you seen the movie? Or am I about to spoil it?
Yep,
So
I've
you
seen
have that one
Deadpool.
part where the Chris Evans character dies, and it's just like, he knew what the budget was.
Yep.
I thought there was another one closer.
I mean, it's supposed to be a great movie, like a multiverse for Deadpool, but you know.
No, they were making fun of the multiverse. That was the whole point of that movie. Is this is dumb. But then again, it's
Yeah,
art,
that's
so
cool.
it's up to the individual.
Deadpool should have existed because it's really canon.
Well, if they really want to have fun, especially with the whole multiverse thing, they need to remember that there's a, what is it, a 7th stone that exists because of Deadpool, the continuity stone.
Continuity stone.
Yeah, there's another Infinity Stone called the Continuity Stone.
Oh shit. What does that do?
I don't remember, honestly. It's Deadpool. I'm sure it does something stupid.
Yep.
So I thought
Also,
Really?
the
There's
Death
Death
Stone.
Stone too? Like, I figured with everything else, it was because I remember I was watching something. They were talking about how the stones interact with each other. So I figured the Death Stone would just be the Power Stone and the Reality Stone, making it to where you could literally just multiply. In which case, okay, I can erase you from existence. So Zonix, I just made a power line that connects the nitrogen or pressurizer with the coal that you had, because it's right next to each other. I can get that all started, or do you want me to hold it off?
The coal's not doing anything.
You haven't turned on. It was lacking power, and it's not connected to anything anyways. I'll let it back up then. I want to get the
So
fresh
I
air
got
started.
distracted by something.
Yeah.
Lady
In
Death
one
got
Marvel
turned.
run, Thanos kid turns Lady Death. Oh! I was gonna say, I know that's why Thanos hates Deadpool, is because he ends up being the one to marry Death. And another random one is what was that guy that they screwed up in the Black Widow movie? Taskmaster. That was one of those, like, he will never want to learn Deadpool's fighting style, because Deadpool fighting style is literally accepting the fact that you're gonna get messed up.
Yep.
Yeah, I think his name was
Also,
Taskmaster.
yeah, there you said there's a continuity stone, right?
Yeah,
So
there's supposed to be a continuity stone. I didn't know there was a death stone, though, so that was new to me.
yeah, there is also Death Stone, Build
Okay, Commander.
Stone, Rhythm Stone, and Ego Stone.
They got a rhythm stone?
Yeah, Continuity Stone. The Continuity Stone is an infinite stone that could only be found in the Deadpool story arcs in a certain issue. Deadpool gets his hands on the Continuity Stone, which gives the characters the power to talk to the comic book writers themselves. It contains the power of continuity manipulation, space-time lordship, meta objects, and plot control. Also, no wonder Deadpool's able to talk with the audience.
Well, he's
used the
able to do that
continuity
beforehand.
stone.
Huh?
He's able to do that without the so he's able to talk to the audience, I think, without the continuity stone, but with the continuity stone, he could actually talk to the writers. Deadpool's is
Right.
fucking nuts.
So it's like the Deadpool the game, where he's talking to not just to the player, but to the narrator, to the writers of the game as well.
I think I remember that. Yeah, he calls them up. He's like, "Hey, what the hell are you doing with this story?"
Isn't that part of the whole thing in Deadpool 2 where he goes back in time and kills Ryan Reynolds before he takes on the Green Lantern role?
And kills the original Deadpool, well, the original movie Deadpool.
And then
But
he's
no,
also
all
doing
that is just time jumping, not continuity stone.
And then he's also going to that movie where, you know, they made a Deadpool that he was sewn shut.
Yeah, the original Wolverine movie, the Wolverine Origins. Huh.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, this is fourth wall breaking beyond fourth wall breaking. It's like six
Fourth wall break and a fourth wall break.
Wall break.
Oh, yeah.
That's like 16
16
walls.
walls.
You get the reference. I'm glad that you got all the reference.
Yeah, we've seen
It's
that
like-
movie entirely too many times.
Fourth wall
Mhm.
break inside the fourth wall break. That's like 16 walls.
No, I was watching this one guy. I haven't watched him in a while, but what was it? It's like you have to be 18-year-olds to watch, but only 16 years old to understand. I'm like, come on, man. Fine, the humor is simple, lowbrow, but it's still a good movie, in my opinion.
Oh man, the original Deadpool, when we went to go see it, was a fucking breath of fresh air.
Seriously.
After all the bullshit with the Marvel Cinematic Universe or whatever, like, me and Buddah went to, it was like opening night or something like that. Because of where we lived, there was like nobody there. But we laughed our fucking balls off. That was so goddamn funny.
Dad?
Sorry if I didn't say hi, Commander. These guys have been talking. I've been trying to. But
He was looking
Hey,
for an open.
yeah, I was looking for an opening.
So I think this reconnects into the quartz mine and the sand mine.
Hey, do let me know that if some of my topics are boring you guys, or not just you guys, but the viewers as well. Let me know, so I'll shut up.
Will do. I know, he's the commander, Xionix. What are you doing?
Yeah, I know. I'm a bad person.
Why? How can you tell you're a bad person? What did you do?
It's just a general feel.
You really do.
Ah,
Absolutely.
I see.
Exactly. Commander has the point.
Anyways, you about ready for a refill there, Buddah?
Yeah.
That was not convincing, but whatever. You're already primary, so I'm gonna go do it.
I was just making sure my little cave here is empty. Of course, it looks like this was also my only source of Marcella, so I'm going to be running out of shrooms soon. And yes, that is a legitimate object in this in this game.
Ah, yes, Marsala.
I hear a noise.
You want to make sure all those Marsala mushrooms are gone.
I mean, I got other stuff to do, man. Come on, man. I wish the chainsaw could actually do things instead of just rev.
It can't do things.
Besides cut down wood.
You can cut down shrooms.
You've done shrooms? How was it?
Yeah, they got shrooms the size of trees in this game.
Can't eat them,
Oh.
though. You can just turn them into, like, parachutes and shit.
Mm-hmm. They're very fibrous. Of course, I don't understand why you can't turn trees into fibers, but, you know, I'm a simple person.
I don't know where I gotta ask. Like, am I like sometimes actually boring you guys, or am I like, for example, trying to ruin the mood, or
You're fine, dude. You're always welcome
Yeah.
to join us.
Pretty much. Advanced Minecraft is a very accurate way to put this. We called it three-dimensional Terraria, personally. Oh,
The
that's
thing
right.
is having more people talking on stream helps prevent those weird lulls.
or silence?
The sound of silence.
Do, do, do,
Oh,
do.
yeah.
To fill in the void.
Yep.
Oh, man,
Hey.
if you want to go on a rant, go for it for the most part. We'll override you when we need to override you.
It gives Buddah a break too, because usually I get focused in on building something, and I just communicate in grunts, and then Buddah just starts talking about his red pill shit, and then we get banned on YouTube. Like it's a whole goddamn mess. So.
I haven't done that in a minute. Thank you very much. All right, so okay, so whoops. And resource well. There we go. So now we can extract the nitrogen. And I guess either I connect it straight into your coal area or take it out into the ocean.
Hey.
Oh, it's Commander.
Hey. Kind of creepy, but hey, how's it going?
I'm in your walls.
I know.
Oh, fuck.
Actually, there's this guy who watched us a while back. Apparently, that's what he decided to do to prank his little sister: is find a little like Bluetooth speaker that he could just have playing in the background.
Oh my god.
All right, so
So how you doing tonight, Commander?
It's in the walls. It's at the goddamn walls. Anyone get that reference? No?
Oh yeah, yeah. God, what is that from? I can't remember.
Is that the guy that turns into like a fucking alien thing, and he's like, he disappeared, and he was like, he's in the walls. He's in the goddamn walls, and starts shooting the walls everywhere.
Yeah,
I can think of a few things that sounds like a
Talshar
reference.
is right. That's in the Matrix. They're in the walls. Yeah.
Oh, it is. That's like early in the show, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's when they go to see the Oracle and they're like climbing down in the interior of the wall. Yeah, 20 points to Talshram.
Yeah,
Thanks, man.
seriously, good call.
Talshar.
I was trying to
Talshar.
blank on it for a
Yeah.
second. I was thinking it was maybe an aliens reference. Like, I think they were saying it. I don't know. I'm drawing blank.
Commander, are you talking about the Blark and Son? That's where it's come from.
That's what it was. Yeah.
The Blarkin son?
It wasn't the Matrix?
I mean, the Matrix applies
it's
too.
different. I'll send you. I'll,
Yeah, I was never gonna think of the fucking name for it. Thank you for actually saying what the name was. I was never gonna remember.
Yeah, I'm one of those stubborn people. I refuse to Google. I want to recall.
Oh, I blessed be Google. It bothers the shit out of me when I can't remember the name of something. I can give
Same.
Google some abstract description like, what was that thing where someone gave someone a helmet with a salmon on it? Google will tell me.
The actual clip of that here in Gen Chat. That anyone's curious. Want to know the only problem? What's that, Pop? I'm already gone.
Honestly, part of me makes me think back to The Devil Wears Prada. Where's that thing I had in my hand yesterday?
It's in the
Fucking what?
walls! It's in the goddamn walls!
Oh, love it.
That's a classic. Classic.
Alright, so
It's in the goddamn
1, 2,
walls!
3, 1, 2, 3.
Start shooting the walls.
Honestly, the first thing that also came to mind was a Family Guy reference. They call up a bug detector to take care of a bug guy to take care of an infestation. Guys break in like they're in a SWAT team, so they're firing, 9 mils at cockroaches and shit like that. They're in the
If I saw
walls.
a cockroach, I'd probably burn it too. If I have a flamethrower right now, the first thing I'll do to the cockroach is I'll burn it. Oh, but you heard to burn the house down. Worth it. Might be eggs inside there.
See, I'm on the other end.
I saw a video of on YouTube of a dude that he had this like big ass cockroach in his house, and the cockroach was like on concrete, so he took a blowtorch and just
I saw that.
living shit out of the cockroach for like a solid like minute. It was just ash.
So, okay.
It was amazing.
The one thing how I found that is when the Russian Badger was talking about, like, if you're still afraid of the cockroach, he said, if you're still afraid of the cockroaches, you have never seen the guy with a blowtorch just burn the cockroach to ash, reduce to atoms.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I forgot that was in one of his videos. Yeah.
So, at an apartment that me and Buddah used to live in, we had cockroaches. They would show up all the goddamn time. It was a shithole fucking apartment. And I was so fed up with these cockroaches that I was coming up with new and inventive ways to kill them. And one of the things I would do is when I would catch a cockroach, is I would throw it in the sink, and I would turn on the water and then turn on the garbage disposal, and then watch the cockroach slowly swirl down the drain until it got sucked into the garbage disposal. Like,
Oh. Yes.
oh baby, that's destruction for you. Oh, by the way, there's a tip that I found out when I was living in the Philippines. Like, when you kill a cockroach and you don't clean up the mess, you don't clean up its blood, the next day there are gonna be like 3 or 5 cockroaches left there, because some of them told me, like, if they still smell blood from their dead brothers, they're gonna get revenged on you. So you better clean up the mess you killed the cockroach in, or else they'll find your ass.
So-
I can say this because I have experience. I killed 1 cockroach, so that the next day I found 7. 2 of them are flying at me. I'm like, nope.
So I was watching this one thing talking about the effects cockroaches have, and apparently, if you work with cockroaches long enough, so obviously scientists, you'll actually start becoming allergic to, like, yeah, I believe you'll become allergic to coffee. Like, something about the scent after a while starts merging with the scent of, I guess, the smell of cockroaches. So They just either
What?
can't or they stop drinking coffee because of that. And so it's like, okay, that's another random who would have thought, but sure, why not?
Yeah.
More reason to kill them.
No, I remember this one dude telling me a story about he was living in Florida, was living in this shithole apparently, bunch of cockroaches, and what he ended up doing is somebody gave him like an iguana, and he's like, okay, and just kind of let the iguana run around on his own. Apparently, iguanas really like cockroaches, so after about a week, he never saw another cockroach.
Oh, damn.
That's cool.
So get a lizard, let it be free.
Yeah, house lizards are your best friend, and also there's what they call house lizards, house centipedes, and huntsman spiders. Yeah, they're your anti-pesticide squad. I think they're the pesticide squad.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Sorry, I'm reading the chat. Yeah, no, that I've heard of stuff like that before, where you go shopping, you get a single cockroach to hitchhike home with you, and next thing you know, you have a bunch of neighbors.
Annoying ones too. One of the worst things that I experienced for a cockroach, like when I was living back home, when I was about to sleep, I was like lying on my bed on my side, and then I put my hand on the pillow. And I put my hand on the pillow. I'm like, huh. I put that phone here, and then I felt it moving, and then I turned on the lights, like I talked to a cockroach. Oh my gosh.
Actually,
oh my
that reminds me of something that does make me cringe. So one of the issues that happens frequently, especially if you live in a place with a bunch of cockroaches, is they'll actually climb into your ear canal.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've heard
Hate
stories
that.
about that.
So there was this, when I was back in college, I was living in college housing, and they had a real nasty cockroach problem. And it was in the middle of summer, and the AC was fucking dog shit. And so there was no sleeping with covers on or whatever. You basically laid in your underwear on the bed, you know, trying not to get too hot. And it wasn't uncommon for cockroaches to like crawl on you. And I remember I was sleeping, and it was a light sleep. I wasn't like fully asleep, and I had a in-room roommate because it was a college dorm, and I felt this thing crawling up my back. I'm like, oh, you motherfucker! I was so mad. Just reached back, grabbed it, and just hucked it across the room. And a couple seconds later, like 10 seconds later, I hear my roommate at the time go, "Ah, cockroach!"
You got noise gated, man.
So
Yeah, what'd you say?
He freaked out because when he threw it, it pretty much landed on his roommate. So roommate screamed,
Oh,
freaking
no.
out.
Ah, cockroach! Sorry, my noise gate does that to me. I get super excited,
Yeah.
and then my nose gate's like, "Fuck you guys."
You hear that? He has a nose gate. All right,
I'm
can
glad
I
I'm
blow
not
you up?
You know what's funny thing here in Canada is that when I talk about cockroaches, they're like, "Oh, we've seen them in the zoo. We don't see cockroaches much here." But then I remember
They have
like, the first time I
cockroaches at the
visited
zoo?
Canada-
What the
I was
fuck?
gonna say, like, what's wrong with
Yeah.
you, Canada?
Okay,
Welcome to the
years ago,
cockroach
like,
zoo.
Years ago, when I go here in Canada for the first time to visit my dying grandfather, I was walking along the streets, and it was snowing, mind you, like negative 35 Celsius. And then I saw a cockroach just crawl past the street, and I'm like, they say it's rare, but why did I see one? And then they told me, oh, it's very rare. They're interested to see if there's a cockroach, but they don't want it for an infestation. I'm like, you can tell them that in my country, cockroaches are the neighbors, because in the night, like, you would see swarm of cockroaches on the ground. And like in nighttime, I see one, like especially when near a canal, like swarms of cockroaches there. Some of them are even flying, and I'm like, I ain't passing this street. So in wherever I live, there are 4 streets. Some of them have more cockroaches in starting at 7 to 8 p.m. That's why I don't want to go outside. Especially when they try to put like pesticide gas onto the canal. The first time they did it in our place, thousands upon thousands of cockroaches start swarming around the area where we live. Like the windows are covered in cockroaches. We even saw one that is colored white. I'm like, is that the queen?
That sounds like that would be like a locust swarm at that point, not a cockroach swarm.
That was the first time they did like that cleaning of cockroaches. That's in my area. That's the first time they did it in like for years. And then as they do it every year, the number of cockroaches are reducing. But the first time they did it, like holy shit, we have to wait until they fly out. We hear them fly out to just find another home. Hundreds of cockroaches. I'm glad I was in school that time, because if not, I would have been terrified. That, well, this is the end of the world. I guess.
I just keep thinking back to this base I was mobilizing in to go to get deployed. We had a bit of a cockroach issue in the barracks. Not 100% sure why. We didn't have any food in the barracks, as far as I remember. And I guess one of the ways to deal with cockroaches is they put a low form of boric acid on the floor. And so I'd be walking in, next thing you know, you just see it would be the cockroach without legs, because the legs, I guess, are unable to resist the acid, and they'd just be wiggling back and forth, and it's like, what the fuck's happened here? Oh yeah, they put acid on their floor. We shower in there. But then again, maybe that's part of the reason why they have us wear shower shoes all the damn time.
And thus the invention of Crocs was solidified.
I
hate shower shoes.
Understandable.
Fuck.
Oh, there was another one up here I totally missed.
Alright, I'm gonna talk about. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say,
first.
you want me to try and get fused modular frames going at my heavy modular frame factory? I need to
We
figure out-
can't yet. We need nitrogen. God.
Alright, let's
Okay,
talk
then you
about
have to
why I
click the
love
search
Metro
bar.
Wars.
Yeah.
Fused.
How the fuck do we get nitrogen?
I'm working on it right now.
There's
that's the
gas
problem.
now? There's...
There's
Yeah.
what?
There's gas now.
Oh yeah, they've had gas for a second. I mean, no, they've had liquids for a second. Gas is fairly new.
I mean, I knew they had liquids like oil and water and whatnot, but gas is new to me.
I think gas is the most recent one, because the game is fully released now, and so the final objective is what we're working on, and we can't build any of it yet because each one requires like 2 different types of research just to get it started.
Are we on the final objective?
Yeah, phase 4. Well, there might be a phase 5 for the final elevator, but and my plan's not going to work out. Shit.
I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck I should build next.
Well, what we have left, let's see, the assembler directory system. Supercomputers is my next vote. Did we have that automated yet?
We do not have supercomputers yet.
Yeah, that would be my next vote. And supercomputers is the last thing we need to be able to upgrade all of the drills to Mark III drills.
Fucking supercomputers. Next gen version of a computer. So, Intel, basically.
Mm-hmm. But we get that running, and then we could either A, start tearing shit down and rebuilding, or B, we can start with all our outsource. Ooh, pretty.
So, plastic, copper... more plastic.
Don't worry, in the next billion, or next 500 million years, I'm sure the Andromeda system will be that clear in the sky. What
We're able to
was
live
it?
for 500 million years?
Because that's one of those things I've heard some physicists talking about. It's like, oh yeah, the Andromeda system's going to crash into the Milky Way system in like a billion years. And it's like, oh, hopefully we make it that long to have that be an issue.
So I
And by the
need...
time we reached that point. We're already so high tech. We've already conquered like what other galaxies, and we're like, huh. Well, we've seen
Star
other
Trek,
things. And...
Star Trek, Star Trek.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
Stupid bees.
I hope Star Trek can be a possibility too. And also, I hope we build our own Death
Copper,
Star.
Quickwire, or Caterium.
I
Yeah,
hope
can we
build a
can we
Death
point
Star.
it at Detroit first?
Sure.
Poor Detroit.
Why not? I mean, we'll first make sure that the laser that we're gonna fire is not gonna destroy the entire planet, just the content, just the state itself.
Oh no, it'll still destroy the planet. It's not about destroying Detroit itself. It's about sending a message. It's about...
I mean, I don't know, man. Detroit's gonna have the easiest time if they're the epicenter of the shot. It's one of those, like, if a nuclear blast is gonna happen, I kind of want to be at the center of it, mainly because then it's over with. I don't want to be on the fringes.
Yeah, just fucking kill me now. Like, I don't want to die slowly and turn into a ghoul or any shit like that.
Speaking of nuclear bombs, one of my buddies from middle school, he said he goes, if I'm gonna die on my own terms, I'm gonna go out punching a nuclear bomb.
That
Bear
makes
in
me
mind-
think back to Armageddon movie, where the dude's just sitting there on top of a nuclear bomb, treating it like a horse.
Oh,
Get
I
off the nuclear weapon!
You know, I just wanted to feel the power between my legs, man.
Oh my god.
I have
bear in mind, this dude was like
Yeah.
a fucking jacked person. Like he was quite tall and very large. You would not want to fuck with him. And he wanted to go out punching a nuclear bomb.
Okay, now if I hit this hard enough, because it's supposed to have 2 triggers, so I just have to overcome 2 triggers and BAM!
Well, then you have like the fission bomb or whatever that needs to be activated by detonating a traditional nuclear bomb.
Yeah. No, that's the so you need a fission bomb to activate a thermonuclear bomb. So it requires a nuclear explosion to activate a bigger nuclear explosion.
Like that's just
Science
fucking
is
wild
fun.
to me.
I wish I understood science better. I could like regurgitate certain facts, but when it comes to actually understanding it, it's rock hard.
Yeah. Right.
I am way off.
I remember that, anyone knows Suction Cup Man?
Yes.
Yeah, the
That's
one
it.
The
one
one-
point where
Yeah. The one where he got
Yeah.
sent to North Korea to disarm
yes,
a
that
missile. Oh, that one's great.
That's
yeah,
intense.
exactly. And then I was like, yeah, I think if you're gonna die, you're just, this is the way to go. I'm gonna climb this nuclear bomb and suction cup my way out of there because fuck you, I'm Suction Cup Man.
Oh, dude.
Okay, so-
Dude, that it's so weird. Like, I still remember that video vividly, and yet I was watching that video in like fucking middle school, and I'm like, God, it's actually.
Ow.
Yeah, you know the episode as well where he pick a fight with Satan?
Yes.
He started insulting, and then, oh hey, he's still throwing a fireball, and then he pulls out another. Go eat a dick. That's right. Go eat a dick. Go eat a dick. Dick.
No,
That's
Telsha,
right.
that's one of those things for me too, or that I run into, like, just take gravity, and it's the fact that I think gravity's only been redefined twice now, because you have whatever, then you have Newton, then you have Einstein. I'm sure there's been another one, especially with quantum physics coming into play, but yeah, it's just like, okay, here's how we understand gravity thus far. okay, here's further understanding of how we understand gravity thus far. So, now I remember I was talking to this one dude at college, and he was just like, yeah, you know, things I don't understand scare me. I'm like, how the hell are you still walking around, dude, man? I don't understand gravity at all. I understand that a weight is being pushed down on me. How? Why? No fucking clue.
Actually, it's more of a sucking motion than. Ooh, no! Bad touch.
Along with the sucking motion. But yeah, no, I can hear people talk about science and I can understand it to a certain degree. But then like 10 minutes after the conversation, it's like, what did you learn? I learned I'm stupid. Whoops.
It's like one meme where it says when you have to ask your friend to explain for the 7th time because you're stupid, and then there's a meme like puppy eyes.
But like learning, or well, not learning it. I'm definitely not learning it. I like listening to it. I'm a stupid person. I'm hearing a fun story.
By the way, you heard about the solo leveling anime, right? It's getting popular now.
Oh yeah.
Season
Oh,
2
yeah.
just started last week. It's airs on Saturdays, I want to say. It was either Saturday or Sunday. Nope, I already watched episode 1 and I'm sticking with it.
You read the manga though, no? Not yet?
Negative.
Buddha
I am
don't
not-
read.
It's okay. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say anything.
Did we just get over how stupid I am? I read not good.
Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. Yeah.
Oh, definitely don't say anything.
Yeah,
That will lead to
because,
anger and loss of friends.
yeah, and my phone right now has a wallpaper that is spoiler alert, so I'm glad you're not here near me,
Hmm.
where I live.
No, there was this one, out of curiosity,
What is this?
they were talking about a set, because I have no idea how far the manga is, but from the sound of it, it's pretty far in, because it's like, here's the power levels we understand about June thus far. And I think they're already talking about him being like a level 157 or level 250. I'm like, okay, a lot of stuff is going to happen. I'll leave it at that.
Let's just say, yeah, there's no part 2 though, solo leveling Ragnarok, so I'm not gonna say much, but from the title itself, you can kind of guess. So after they finish solo leveling, they now
Wait, they're
went
only
to
into the
solo
second
leveling
series?
Ragnarok. Yeah, in the manhwa, they call it manhwa because it's in Korean, but it's technically a manga. So it's like a second part of the solo leveling 2, like it's Ragnarok. I'm not gonna talk about it, but it's part 2. But all I can say.
Whoa, with his kids? Okay.
So
Physics.
all I can say about the solo leveling is that if you love the power of the main character, which I do, I really love it. If you really love him going at it and his armies, you're gonna enjoy it the more it goes on. But sadly, it's hopefully they made some slight more changes than in the manga, because there's some that miss the plot. Like for example, this character should have more story, more lines. or
Well,
more
that's always an
in-depth.
issue you're going to have when you're trying to turn a story into a different medium. Is there's always going to have to be things they cut because, oh, are we going to be able to make... Actually, the one that still pisses me off that I've heard people say is like, oh, that wouldn't translate well to screen. And I think I've seen that once or twice where it's like, yeah, that didn't translate well. But for the most part, I just think it's a cop-out where it's like, no, you're just not doing it right.
You need to
Yeah,
try
that's the issue.
harder.
Seriously. But, wow. Yeah, that explains a lot then, because like I said, they're talking about how superpowered he is, and...
I love
Wow.
necromancy.
Well, that was one of those things. So, episode 1, they, it's been a second since I watched the OG, or the first season. And so, it shows that little snippet of him with his army, and I'm like, oh, I totally forgot that was one of the last things he did in the last season. And the one that threw me, and I already spoiled this for Sonic, so I don't know if this will be slight spoiler to anyone else, but the older brother of the dude who got killed in the dungeon, already showing up going, hey, I want to kill this guy. I was like, oh shit, I thought you weren't coming for like another season. You're already here?
Yeah, that older brother. You're gonna. Oh wait, Sage. You said you like revenge scenes, right?
Oh yeah. I am
all I
big
can
into
say
Buddah
the
is a
revenge
revenge
story.
whore. He is absolutely a revenge whore.
Sage. All I can say is that as if you I know you don't read the manga, but there is a part there that if it's animated, I hope you're gonna like it. If
No,
that
I just
part in the
random
manga-
memory. So I got Sonics to watch Hunter x Hunter, personal favorite anime, and you had that one scene where well, slight spoiler if you haven't watched it, but there's a main character, well, main character named Netero, and he's taking on a guy named Meruem. And he's like, hey man, I'm gonna call it. It's like a night. I'm like, no, one more episode, dude. I swear to God, just one more episode. All right, so I need 1,000 of you. I'm at.
Yeah, I hope. Yeah, Sage. I hope that scene in Solo Leveling. I hope you like it because it's not really that big of a deal. But I hope you like that scene because me personally, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, let's go.
Hey man, I'm already
When I
sold
read
when it comes to the solo leveling anime. Like, their progression has been interesting. Their storytelling has been interesting. Their animation has been beautiful. So, yeah, no, I'm already locked into that one.
How do you like the power? Now you know why I like his power. You know about his power, right?
He has plenty of powers, but I figured for you it's the necromancy.
Yeah, for me it's the perfect necromancy. Like the second part is the second favorite is the bone necromancy. You know, I can just make my own Frankenstein monster. But this one is the perfect necromancy. Imagine, like, instead of just raising it as a body, you raise it as a soul, and they're like half the strength that they used to be, and they can turn into your shadow, and you can just make them pop out anytime.
Well, if I remember right, that was one of those things they were talking about when it came to how powerful he gets, is that he's able, or essentially he creates an army of nothing but like super monsters essentially. So he's not going to have an army of scrubs. He's going to have an army of things that wipes out armies in and of themselves. But yeah, I'm with you. Sorry, I'm with you, Talsha. Like when you see something like that happen, oh, I am a happy camper. I am a very happy camper.
I am happy. I'm as happy as you are when I'm like, this is the perfect necromancy for me. It's like, I can just have an undead shadow army. I can just pop it out anytime. And the best thing about it is that I'm not gonna say if it's spoiler or not, so you're gonna have to guess. It's just that you don't need to actually summon the entire unit. You can just make them, if they are level conscious enough, they're smart enough, they can just stick out the sword out of a shadow and then just attack it from the shadow. They don't need to reveal themselves.
I could see that evolution, especially with the level of necromancy that he got from that specialty dungeon. No, and that's where I was trying to remember. There's a limit on how big his army could get, but I couldn't remember what it was connected to. Is it based on his level, or is it based off his intelligence?
I think it's already said, like, it is based off his intelligence.
Okay, I was gonna say I remember there's a modifier in there. I just couldn't remember what it was. So,
Oh, but you're gonna love it. I really don't want to say, but I'm really.
Hey, I really don't want you to say either.
Yeah, I'm really excited for you guys to watch it because when I read the manhwa and when they animated it gives justice. Oh, especially Igris versus Song Jin-woo, and like, oh, Igris fight scene, the first
Level
time
for
they fight, I'm
number
like,
and for
yes.
how strong they are.
Got it.
Yeah,
No, that was one of those in episode 1. I already spoiled this to Sonic, so I don't feel too bad. But
Everyone here knows more about this than me, so go right ahead.
but when he summons Ingress to take on the enemy, I'll at least be vague about that. And he sees what Ingress could do, and he's just like, well, I'm glad you decided to put your sword down. I would have been wrecked.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, yeah, he because Holy shit, Igris. You're gonna love Igris. I can say you're gonna love Igris more as time goes on. You're gonna love him.
Cable.
He is one of the best soldiers there out there. Like man, like the way he humiliated Sung, like he did the Broly drag. He's like going up against the wall and drag that motherfucker.
Fuck.
Like
You running into something?
I got spiders.
I hate spiders. Ooh, heavy modular frames. Okay, go back to the hyper platform.
Also,
Yeah,
might be a dumb
Yeah.
question. I'm lost on the stream title. I don't get it.
So during Christmas, they had a specialty event called FICSMAS, which led to presents falling from the sky. But we forgot that you had to turn it off for that to not be a thing anymore. So
Oh.
there's still things that are called FICSMAS. So we're just making a reference to that.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So this right here is one of these FICSMAS gifts that falls from the sky.
I was gonna say, if you look at my screen on the upper right, you'll see a bit of a purple thing. Maybe that might be too small. But yeah, there's a Christmas present right there.
Use them for fucking something. We don't know. We don't fucking care.
Yeah, we've collected quite a bit of them. Haven't figured out how to unlock, as it were. So, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Gotcha.
it's
But yeah, it was a event that we were not really participating in, so we're kind of mocking it. That's about
yeah,
it.
we
Oh.
thought it was going to be over, but it turned out to not be over. So,
And that explains why, because I was confused when we started. Why this poster's still here. So, Merry Fixmas, him with the tree, whatever that little shrimp pet is.
alright.
But yeah, we got quite a few presents stored up. Maybe we'll figure out how to use them, or we'll just switch to not Fixmas and they'll just disappear from my inventory. Both are valid.
Well, we went to turn it off, and the game's like, you need to restart for your changes to take effect. So, okay, I guess we're not turning
Next
it
time.
off yet. Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Okay.
more reason for me to love necromancy. Let's go. Solo leveling is giving it justice.
Yeah, that's the big thing it always comes down to, is actually doing the storyline justice. Hope they do. But then
And
again,
it's not
since
just
I
the
only read the
storyline.
since I only watch the anime, I wouldn't know if they would do it justice or not.
I hope they do.
Okay, now I need
I
rotors.
hope they do.
Rotors were up
Because the
there.
power is so good. The power is so good, it turns me on. And I mean it because it's so good. The power, the shadow necromancy, it is handled so well.
But yeah, when we name or when we do our titles, we always try to come up with something that's a little more either nuanced or there's a better word I'm looking for.
Apropos.
Yeah, that too, but no. But it's just generally when we come up with our titles, we try to think of subtle references to other things if we can. Actually, for a while, we were gonna have subtle hints to songs, but that ended up falling through after like stream 3. So.
Well, not songs specifically. Songs about deleting oneself.
Yeah. It was a random thing. Exotic said something that reminded me of a song, so I looked up the song. I was like, wow, this is about not having a good life, apparently.
Self-deletion, yeah.
So, kind of made some references to that for about, like I said, 2 streams, and then either we forgot or we had a hard enough time trying to remember songs that would fit in that category.
BRB.
Alright.
Yeah,
The one thing also what I like about thanks to Hal Shard M, he said like and he said as he level up, so does his army. I remembered why I also love solo leveling. It's because Sung is not your typical necromancer. He fights with his army. Like
Yeah.
he's not.
Well,
like
and that's
super
where
army.
I wasn't sure. But I mean, to be fair, it didn't stick. Ruler didn't stick out to me that much. Is I figured because the way he did his level ups, like he focused on power and agility and intelligence, which is kind of like a stat. And now that he has that, I mean, yeah, I take it as a default. Dude is gonna get in there and dirty, but at the same time, he has people who could take care of the scrubs, and he has Ingress that could just straight up wreck probably everything. I'm not sure what that dude's limitation is gonna be.
Yeah, that's what I love about the main character Sang Jin-woo. He fights with his army, and that's like, yes, this is what I want to do when I have necromancy. Like, I don't want just to rely on my army. I want to.
You know, now I don't know how you'd feel about it. You should really check out Overlord, though. That's still one of my personal favorites too.
I hope that Ainz is not just gonna stand there and rely on his army and his magic. I hope that there's scenes where he has to face the enemy head on himself.
Well, and the reason why he isn't thus far, personal assumption, some people agree, don't know if it's true, is the fact that he doesn't want to go into battle until he understands as much as he can. So the fact that he sits back and just lets his minions do a bunch of stuff isn't him being cowardly. It's him like, no, I need to gather information. I am going to gather information.
Well, and he can revive his NPCs.
Yeah, and he doesn't know what happens to him. So, no, I cannot wait for the movie to come out. It's supposed to be out on DVD or on hard copy starting on Christmas Day. Unfortunately, still not being able to find it on this end of the ocean, though, which is pissing me off to no end, but I'll wait. I'll wait. But yeah, I cannot wait to see especially what he's going to do with Platinum Dragon.
Yeah, I really like those characters where they just don't rely on the armies and something. I want to see them like fight head on too, because why not? Because it just shows that yeah, they are meant to have that power. That's why I like Sung, because he can fight with his army. That's what he can do. He's not just there to just, oh, I'm just gonna sit there and let my army do the thing. But when the enemy gets near them, they're kind of, oh, please protect me. Oh no, I'm doomed. No, Sung's like, oh, bold of you to get near me. You think I'll be weak enough without my soldiers? Guess what? 50% of my strength comes from my army. Guess what the other 50% of my strength comes from? That's right, me, bitch.
Well, and that's like you were saying, or like I was saying earlier, is more the fact that he starts off as he's a solo fighter. Having his army is a bonus, not a crutch. Well, should be a bonus, could turn into a crutch. And I actually kind of, I think that would be interesting in the storytelling. Like he kind of gets lazy and starts using his army a little too much, and then it kind of turns into a, oh shit, I need to get back to fighting on my own because I've been relying too much on my army. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm just saying that would be an interesting way for it to happen.
We'll see.
Yeah, and that's just it. Is I will see, and I will be happy. I'm quite sure. No, season 1 did very good. The opening of season 2. The biggest issue I had with the opening of season 2 is the fact that you had that one expeditionary group, the group that was sent out to go to that island that was referenced at episode 1, and then they're just kind of sitting there in the guild building going, yeah, they have flyers now. Wait, you're not gonna tell me anything about what happened there? You're just gonna be like, and we lost. Show me something.
Yeah, that's too. I think what you're referring to is, I think that happens too in the manga. They're like, yeah, this is what happens. Like, they didn't bother to flesh it out much. Even in the manga.
But I'll be interested to see how they develop that. I just thought that was a weird hey, you know that super event that you might have been looking forward to? We're just gonna say it didn't work. Urgh. But yeah, either way, I always forget his name. Song is the main character anyway, so
Yeah.
I'd rather follow him if we're not going to be following what the A and S tiers we're trying to do on that island.
Yeah.
Oh, I really hope you appreciate the story because for me, I like the way his power up look. I hope that they give the manga great justice on this animation because there are some of my favorite fight scenes are yet to be animated. So I'm hoping that they did this pretty well.
I have returned.
I have returned.
Really,
That almost sounds like that should have come from Warcraft 2. No, that's not what the Death Knight said. Is it?
Yeah. It
Anyway,
is.
so
Sorry.
Is it? I have. Yeah, it is. Sorry, random.
would you guys mind if I joined you?
Oh,
I
go
got
right
no
ahead.
problem with that. We even have spare equipment actually, so it'll work out.
I will need the session ID.
I wonder if I can just invite you on my friends list.
Oh. I knew that.
Yeah, you should be able to
Oh,
join me.
yeah.
It's a friends. It's friends.
Oh, I didn't even
Yeah.
try. Oh, I have Satisfactory through Epic.
Oh,
Steam.
okay.
Okay, that explains it then. I was gonna say, if your friend's on Steam, man, he's right there.
Yeah.
How do I find my session ID?
But yeah, that was one of those things that kind of made me laugh where, yeah, they fly now, but they just a little bit, like they met us halfway. So we're not in danger yet, but obviously we can't hit the island either. So we need to be aware of flying monsters, and they'll probably come get us in the next, couple years.
what's that name of that island?
I don't remember anything about the name of the island.
You can also just DM it to me if you don't want to show the whole stream or anything.
I'm
Chances are he's gonna play.
I'm trying to figure it out how to get my session ID. Honestly.
I got the session name right here.
Is it
I don't know
Jeju? But they mentioned it in the anime, huh? Right?
Yeah, but they give it like a general name like Island S or something like that because that's where the failure was.
Oh, session ID. It's actually right below the session name for Xionyx.
Mm.
On Xionyx's end.
Okay. Session name. I'm blind. I'm not seeing it.
Oh, do you see the session name part?
Hell, I see it, dude.
Where the fuck am I looking?
I'm gonna come up there 1 second. And I'm the blind one. He had LASIK surgery. I wear glasses.
Like,
Oh, okay. There it is. All right. Okay. All right. Sorry.
He's super smart like that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Just DM'd it to you, Commander.
cool.
Of course, this is very unfortunate, and I think about it, Zonix. So where the nitrogen gas has to be routed from. So the nitrogen gas, if you look at my map real quick, is over here. And either we go this direction, which will give us easy chance to manufacture. I guess I should put that up. Dink. Up. Nitro. Whoopsie, caps lock.
You
Nitro.
don't need to scream nitro, Buddah.
So nitrogen is there, but we need aluminum to get to work. So either we go this direction, which would give us easy chance for manufacturing, because a bunch of your coal shit is right here, and our aluminum is here, and we need aluminum to connect with our nitrogen. So either we try to go this way, or we try to go this way. Both ways kind of suck.
Okay, so we're gonna need to get trains going. It sounds
Yeah.
like.
Well, can we move nitrogen on a train? I think we can.
We probably need to package it.
But to package it, we need the aluminum.
Yeah.
It did not work.
Oh. So, do we know if it's cross-platform?
I mean, I think it should be.
I swear I've played with you guys before.
No. We've talked about
No.
it a couple of times, but last time you said you played, you were talking about how fluid just barely got unlocked.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Door page.
Yeah.
Base building. Cross-platform multiplayer. Yeah, no, it should be a thing. The way I like spiders at a distance.
And
I mean, it could be the whole friends only limitation, so you might have to turn that off, but
so, if you link your Epic Game Store account with your Steam account, you can join via session ID.
fuck.
Oh, that's a good point.
Gotta go. It's been nice talking with you all. Good night.
Yeah.
All
You have a good night,
man.
Necron. Fucking spiders. There we go. Best spider is a dead spider. Right. To the gun. Hate when I short throw bombs. I'm just gonna chuck it at my own toes.
Oh, it's already connected to my Steam account.
Speaking of which, Onyx, it looks like you're gonna have to recapture my my VOD.
Yeah, whenever I bring up a web browser.
Well, I all tabbed out too, just so I could take a look at what was going on. So
Oh, okay.
it was a wee thing. Okay, so brought that out. Okay, so let's do. Boop, boop, nope, that one. Nitro. So nitrogen gas. Well, it looks like we could reuse bottles though, so maybe all we need is a shit ton of bottles that we can recycle. It'll be faster to go the other way. You find anything, Zonix, or?
What do you mean? Oh. I'm running a power line.
Well, what's going on with Commander?
I'm assuming Commander's gonna let me know when he needs something from me.
Oh, all right. That line would just kind of went dead. I'm like, are we telling him to pound sand? What?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so got that going. This is pure. Running Mark II pipe, so we should be good. Fracker is running. Yeah, like you said, cross-platform is available. So like I said, the only thing that really comes to mind is, you know, turning the game from friends only. That's the only limitation I could think of.
Yeah, but he has the session ID.
Yeah, but if you have it to where only friends can join, that might trump over session ID.
So, session type, Steam, you want to play the game alone, IP, advanced message holding, does not require login. Players log into Steam, other Steam players might be able to join you depending on. Players log into Epic, players from Epic or Steam games will be able to join your session.
Think that might be required.
So, Epic. Friends of players already in the session will be able to join them without receiving an invitation. Okay. Alright, let's do that. You're not currently logged in to the service required to create the session type. Try restarting the game or try using a different session type. I might need to restart the session, Commander.
Well, it's not that big of a deal. If it'll affect you guys, it's fine.
Oh, it'll be definitely solid for next time, though.
I'll have to link my my Steam and Epic because I don't think I have done that before.
I'm about to go spelunking. I wish I could save. All the alien speak is done.
I gotta ask a question that's potentially offensive to Buddah.
Uh-oh.
How would you feel about switching to Helldivers and diving with Commander?
Man, we're in the middle of something.
Are we?
Yes, I'm in the middle of getting home and nothing else. I just went spelunking, god damn it. Wait till I get back. I'll make my decision then. Thank God there's no evil fish. Alright.
Oh, God, fuck. Screw you, game.
Oh, stupid bees.
I don't know, does that sound like a plan, Commander? We can get Satisfactory set up later.
Well, I guess the question should be, what kind of Satisfactory player are you? I'm the more explorer type because my buildings are awkward.
By awkward, he means bad.
Hey, it gets the job done, damn it.
Ouch.
You know, tracks rolling under tracks, over tracks, into tracks, and not connecting, it works. Yeah, Xanax is more a man with a plan, so it's like, hey, this needs to be worked on over here. I'll leave it to you. I'll keep exploring. Of course, now we're at the point where if we explore, actually hit more exploration areas, we're running into really big, mean, and nasty. So we need the hyper bullets or whatever they're called.
Ah, yes, my favorite supercomputer, an iron bar.
Mm-hmm. You'd be surprised what you can do with nanotechnology, my friend.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one of those things that Helldiver has continually made an impression on me, though, is me not reloading, like, as soon as I have free second to reload. Like, I'm one of those people, I press reload all the time, and now it's like, I don't know, man, that's like 10 bullets.
Yeah.
Well, like, Halo taught me to reload whenever I had a fucking free second. Like, I had a break in the combat, reload. And then I get into Helldivers, it's like, I fire 3 shots, reload. Well, there goes 30 fucking rounds.
Mm-hmm. For me, that's another one, like, at work. So the job I do is kind of web-based, so F5 is how you refresh. And when I got a spare second, I will refresh at work. And I've actually told people, it's like, have you ever played an FPS? That's kind of how I treat my job right now. It's like, hey, I'm not sure if everything's updated. Refresh. So I just press F5, like, every couple of minutes, just like, okay, everything's up to date, right?
Off.
What'd you do?
Fine, I'll leave.
There is no oil anywhere near this spot.
Oh, were you like planning on doing oil there?
Well, I was working on building supercomputers, so I found Caterium, then I found copper, then okay, where's the nearest oil because I need plastic, and it's nowhere fucking near me.
Well, like you said, man, maybe we just need to... God, there really isn't.
Yeah. I gotta have to find Caterium near oil. Like, oil needs to be my primary purpose here, and not Caterium.
Yeah, no. Oil... Contarium's some that we can superpower and move. Oil is way too restrictive.
Yeah, I did that backwards.
Also, to answer your question of what kind of Satisfactory player am I?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I play. It's been a minute, but I play. All right. So...
Yeah. Like I said before, the last time I played seriously, coal power plants didn't need water, so.
It has been a second.
And it's been a while since that's been a thing.
All right. So, note to self: space elevator, of course.
Like I've gotten to coal power, even after the liquid update, but that's about as far as I've gotten.
Well, it's like the question I more had is like, do you so? Just as an example, if I'm primary, so over here is like Zionix land. He plans things out. He tries to get them equally distanced. This is more my land, where, you know, full automation, full automation, full automation. I mean, I did do the copper over here, and you know I did the copper over here by what I'm about to show you, which is that.
It is ugly.
Hey man, might as well get the sink running, get rid of some extra resources.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So you're more Xanax land than Buddah land. Got it.
Yep. I am.
Okay. That was the big question I had, because like I said,
I mean, look, I'm not gonna like fucking rebuild it or anything, but like,
you're
I
not gonna
don't
want to
do
look
that.
at it. See, and I'm perfectly fine with this.
Yeah, Buddah will frequently do something and go, "Oh, Zyonix is gonna hate this."
Yeah, Zonix is gonna be mad. What are you doing? Don't want to tell you. I don't want to ruin the surprise.
And then you get back and it's that, and it's like, son of a bitch.
Well, much actually, that's a very accurate read.
There's a
Okay.
part of the factory where I don't go. It's Buddha's factory.
At which point, right now, that is the copper land. Which, to be fair, copper you need for everything, but you don't need for everything. It's that weird middle zone. But I'm also taking care of the space elevator, so he stays away from there quite a bit.
Yeah, no, the space elevator is verboten for me as well. I make the things I'm supposed to make. By the way, hi, Iskander. Sorry, I saw you. I just being chatty.
Yeah. Well, okay. Okay. I guess we've hit a bit of a plateau on my end also. You got your note down, or do you need more time?
Well, honestly, I need to find oil.
Dude, oil for us, we're at it. Like, the next closest oil is further east and north. Oh, there's oil to the south next to the aluminum. So if you want to build the oil near the aluminum, and then we just... Actually, there's nitrogen gas by there, too. And it's pure, I think. Yeah, it's pure. So maybe what I need to do is tear down everything I just did tonight. Go me. And there... No, that's Sam. Don't care about Sam. There's Cantarium. So if you look down at, say, quadrant 200, negative 220 and 67, that's probably where we need to set our shit up. Yes, for those of you who are curious, we are using a website that has all this mapped out. We ain't messing with that shit no more.
Yeah.
And
So,
nuclear's over there too, so
Shit's
that's
already
nice.
been mapped. All right. I'm gonna get over to my sky
So
plateau.
oil should be here. Nitrogen should be here. Actually, can you see my little tags?
I cannot see your little tag. Oh no, I can see your little tags.
So that's oil, that's nitrogen, and about
Can't move the map for
I want to
some
say
goddamn reason.
there is Cantarium. So that's actually going to probably be the best place for us to set up, is in this little corner of the world.
Okay, so that's where supercomputers need to go.
Okay, I'm going to grab a bunch of concrete and just set up over there then. I really do need to modernize my concrete over here if I'm going to be sending it into a sink.
Alright, let's get someplace where we can call it, and then we'll switch over to a game that we can all play.
Mm-hmm. Un momento, por favor.
Slide.
No, Okay. So what I'm going to do...
That is one long ass ramp.
Put over here...
Yeah.
Name. This way, stupid. There we go. Oh, did it not save? That would make me sad. Did not save. This way, stupid. There we go. Subcategory.
I also like how Let's Game It Out, Josh,
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
just completely pioneered an entirely new method of transportation, which was the hypertube rail gun.
Oh yeah. This is Josh. This is my ode to Josh right here. And
I fucking love it in
uh,
every sense. It's amazing.
absolutely. All right, so I'm gonna leave myself a love note for the future.
So I made this way stupid. It is on the cursor, so I'll remember it's there. But yeah, I want to make sure I take a check at the space elevator before I start working on that one. So if you look at the handy dandy compass at the very top, you'll see this way stupid. It's highlighted, so it'll be harder for me to miss. And because I need to be sure, boop, enter. This way stupid.
Sorry, Psionics. He when he typed out the sign, it like cut off in a weird way, and it was really funny. Oh my god, that's what I was laughing at.
Well, I'm ready when you are.
Fuck. Your chat.
There we go.
Oh my god. Yes. That's awesome.
And I have the map icon in the corner for this way stupid.
That's good.
And that is probably about as good a spot to call it as I can imagine. So, anyways, we are going to be switching over to Helldivers. You want to stream some Helldivers, Buddah?
Yeah, let's stream some. We'll be back in a minute. Boop, boop. Exit.